So if you'll remember in the last video, I went around the entire hub world and collected a lot of things just for this video and the next one, but I went to talk to Gruntilda's sister, who is called Gruntilda, which I searched up after the video, but she told us a lot of facts and they're gonna come in useful here. This is a game show, and this is why we need to learn those facts. Welcome all, Grunty's the name. Banjo's here to play I can't speed all this up. Well, here is done and here he stands, for all my tricks and traps and lands. This final test will see me win. When Banjo fails, then I'll be Finn. The prizes on the stand bring joy, from dirty down to cuddly toy. Was awful that. The little quiz will make you sweat, and duty you'll never get. And somewhere soon along the way, your lack of skill will make my day, probably, but because in the fiery pit you'll go, and I'll win the prize on the show. You can't win your own. Step on over to square. Okay, basically, we can't like move. We're very limited to space, but we walk onto a space, and I shouldn't have started that, but we just get asked like on. Okay, I'll just explain it like when we get to them, but I'm just gonna wait. Somewhat on Freeze Easy Peak. What? Okay, right, whatever, screw that. Yeah, fail square, we lose health, obviously. People cheer because, well, they don't want us to win. But pressing A, we can accept this. A Banjo-Kazooie tile. Just give us any question about the game. So, Monballs Mountain, we learned the Talon Trot from Balls. A lucky guess you got is right. The next name, okay. So this one, we get shown an image. Tell me who it is or where. Okay. See the picture on my screen. Do you know where you have been? So looking at the floor and that bag that looks like the interior of Rusty Bucket Bay. Yep. Okay, it's not too bad this. I mean, if you know what you're doing, then yeah, you'll see the Gruntilda tiles around. That's why we need the facts, and probably for some of it. Ugh. So yeah, we've got music tiles, time trials. We've got a lot. Easy solemn course. I don't know how to say, but how many gates did we pass through? What? I actually don't. Who knows this? Who counts every gate we go through? I'm just gonna guess 38. Oh wow, okay. A question on the sounds I play. Get it wrong to make my day. What's that? You should remember, but we'll see. If this is heard, where would you be? Okay, this is Mumble's house. Some of these are fairly easy, quite lucky. The music tiles especially, I mean, if you don't know then... I don't know. Head. No, it's skull because, yeah, the house is a skull. I shouldn't have picked that, but here we go, this will come in useful. Just one chance to get this right. Win a joker and help it might. So if we win one of these, we can basically get like 2 cards and we can skip an entire question. Which will be useful on some of these other questions. What can't be seen? A Christmas pudding. There's never been a Christmas pudding. I'm not gonna get that life yet, we'll get it after. You'll see those skull questions. As you can see what Gruntilda say right now, we can use these cards to skip, and if it comes to a question like a skull one, I'm just gonna skip that. Oh, here we go, another picture question. Here's a character from the game. Now, tell me now the dumb thing's name. Okay, Mr. Vile. Oh, we're probably gonna have to do that, aren't we? Madam Bile, Mrs. Bile. Yeah, all those time trial things, there's like a few things. There's one of the bosses from Rusty Bucket Bay, there's that bee thing that was proper easy. The eating thing. Gobi's Valley wants to ride, magic carpet. Magic taxi, what? Definitely not a fake taxi, you know. Prepare yourself to take a whack. Pick this test you won't come back. To be honest, that used to be true when I first went through this game. Oh, wow, okay. This is easy. Little things that make a bear shout. Whack them all before time's out. Okay, this is the easiest thing ever. You remember in the Click Clock Wood episode? I can't go up then, but really, come on. They didn't even increase how many bees fly here. Okay, well now we've got a Gruntilda question. I think it's time, so let me see. How much do you know of little old me? So the facts we learned last time. I like and pride a quiet treat. What for breakfast do I eat? I don't like. Did we even get this one? I don't remember it. I re-watched the last video and I don't even do that because I hate the sound of my own voice. I don't actually remember that one, so whatever. I'm not pretty, I'm quite a mess. What do I hide under my dress? Okay, I remember that one. Yeah, reinforced girdle. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so they at least give you a different question. But you see it's tile here, I'm probably just gonna skip it. Get this wrong for Grunty's sake. Then a lava bath you will take. So yeah, it's instant death if we lose this. I'm just gonna do it just for the sake of it. Oh. So you can get really lucky and get an easy question like this. Getting a music question on one of these is fairly good. I mean, because that was easy, it's Clanger's Cavern, but I mean, if you've not had the sound on for the entire game, then well, it's probably gonna be a problem, but you know. Listen up now and make your choice. Which character has his dumb voice? God, not him again. It's Tip Top. Oh, there he is, he's got his own thing. Tip Top. His face is all scary in this game. Alright. Click Clock's Bieber is really dumb. What's the problem that makes him glum? Can't get in his house. Oh look. Fall on his head. Here's a character from the game, do you know Dumping's name? Okay, it's the same word every line. Wait, what was his name again? Stinker, Drinker, Chunker. Alright. So I got another grunty question now. Look at my hair, see it flow. What's it washed with, do you know? Was it on engine oil? I think it oil engine or something. Origin engine. Yeah, we'll get some more of these cards that we can just skip more of those death questions, because I'll just drag the video. Where is this? Click on wood. Pretty sure it is. Namnot's house. Yeah. It's a little swamp. Am I doing the music questions? Yeah, go on. You pick up items on the ground. Which one makes this silly sound? Feather. Wait, no, red feather. Feather pillow? What? We're not actually gonna even need half the facts we learned in like the last video, but you know, some of them were fairly interesting to learn. This is Nabnot in it. Either that or the polar bears. Conquer the squirrel? Wow, they hinted at Conquer Freak. That's annoying, isn't it, game? Conquer, really? Oh no. Okay. Oh, I hate this puzzle. Not a puzzle, this is a... Never even fair this. Look how quick. What? Wasn't... Oh, come on. How quickly they change that. It's like every 5 seconds or something, and then you'll eat one just as it changes like this. Look. Ugh. Oh well, I have a slight advantage because the trainers, but you know. I'm just gonna wait here. It's the easiest thing to do. Nearly hit that. Oh well, nothing's happening. It's 2018 now. I guess so. I mean, it is January. I said I'll do Portal 2 in January, which I will. Probably be near the end of January though. At least it's in January. But there's like one episode of this left after this, and then I'll do a bonus video, but I'm not going to do bonus videos straight away. I'll do that slightly in the future. Well, not futures. Next couple of weeks, you know. Probably after I start Portal 2. Actually, I don't know if I should do that, because, you know, whenever it's my channel, I decide. Deal with it. Massive chain, how many links will come on, really? I think it's 8, because I remember having something like this before, in the previous... Yeah, it was. Picture. See the picture on my screen, do you know where you have been? Very easy, Pete, that was easy. Alright, what else? Grunty's lair. Well, we've got 2 of these now. A lovely specimen in its pot. By my bed, what have I got? It was a Veruca plant, wasn't it? Yeah. Loogie bush, not that. Eyeball flowers actually appear in the second game, and they are rare plants. You want to hear, as I can tell, which band do I sing? Wasn't it like Broomstick Boys, yeah. Monster Mob Cauldron Crew. Some of these names are quite funny, but like some of the fake names for the worlds and characters. Some actually like, what was it? What was it called, February? Some of the characters are like, don't exist. When this game was made, they didn't actually exist, it was just random names. They got turned into characters in future games, like, you'd see if we actually got one. No, this is worse than the crocodile one. Come on. Okay, I'll be lucky if I even survive now, because this kills you if you don't do it. Yeah, light blue, dark blue, purple, light blue. God's sake. Okay, right, whatever. Let's just get this over with. I fairly remember how it was. Slightly. Actually, no, if I don't want to do it, I could just wait out the time limit. And then just have to do a different challenge. You know, I may as well try. Never can give up, even though that's what I do all the time. Okay. Spanning up. Oh, wow, okay. That was not as bad. And all the cards, you know, screw this test, no one cares. Am I gonna take the last question? I could, but I'm not. And that's that. No one can win, I was assured, by the makers of this board. I said assured wrong. It's not fair, I want to win. How I long to be a real Finn. I know you can take this prize on show. While up the winding stairs I go. You won't catch me, I made sure. All the credits, oh no! Yeah, they randomly throw in about 20 minutes of credits just before this. Anyone else see that camera glitch? Which prize shall we take, Kazooie? I think you should take a washing machine, or whatever that is. Yeah. How about that grotty ugly thing? I think we should take Doozy. That's what I meant. Okay, wow. Kazooie. Please let me go home now, Banjo. I've had enough adventuring, but... What? You did nothing. Sure, let's get out of this dump. Alright, this wasn't it. I've been doing this series over months. So here we go, credits. I'm just gonna skip all this, because they use all characters. It goes through like 3 times all the characters in the game. And the others read out credits. It's great, but it's boring. So I'm just gonna skip it. So because of how unimpatient I am... Wait, no. Well, anyway. I skipped the credits. And also, in the process, that skipped the cutscene that plays at the end. And I'm kind of upset now, but there's no going back, I can't watch that cutscene. But the final boss is next, and well, I'm just gonna pick up all these lives. Because I'm not sure if I've got guaranteed death. I mean, I'm not the best player, but I've not played the final boss in quite a long time. I've done lots of practice runs on the game, like I said when I started the series, but the final boss, no, because copying files probably wasn't a thing back then. Wait, no, yeah, it was. I don't even know why this game didn't do it. Oh, hello. I forgot you were there. You know, there was a cauldron at the back of Furnace 1 that I never even linked up. There's no point, we're never gonna use it. Oh, here we go, 900 notes, 810, we didn't even need 90. I say we did. We'll use the remaining notes in the next video. But here we go, the final Jiggy door. Well, important one. But, this room here, you'll remember it from earlier episodes on when Tootie first got kidnapped. If you don't remember, the plot was basically Grunty wanted to steal how Tootie looked, get Finn, look prettier. And, well yeah, it kinda failed because we appeared, but that was basically what you're on about if you forgot or just tuned in this episode for some reason and didn't watch the other ones. But next video, we'll be going through that door and ending pretty much the series, so I'll see you then.